Okay, today we're going to open up this Indian motorcycle oil filter, number 2521421, and this Wix oil filter, number 51358. And I got both of these oil filters for free. A very generous viewer, whose name is Steven from New York, sent me these oil filters. Thanks, Steven. And these oil filters fit his 2022 Indian motorcycle. Yep, the one with the 1890cc V-twin engine. And these two filters are going to duke it out. Could get ugly, folks. And when the dust clears, we'll see who the winner is. So let's get started. This is a cord. You gotta glue the silicone nice and tight. Get your hand here. Okay, let's start with the Indian motorcycle oil filter. And right in the box it says country of origin, Mexico. That's about all the information they have on here. So let's open it up. See the date code 031922AR1 085821. Made in Mexico. This is all printed on. This filter has 8 inlet holes, a metal core with louvers, and it looks like it's got a bypass valve right here up near the base. Also got 4 grooves there. Looks nice. And nitro rubber gasket, which is on there really good. There it goes. Yeah. Pretty thick also. Okay, let's look at the Wix. The Wix really doesn't have nothing on the box. It just says man and homo here. And that's about it for information. Date code F01P13E2. This is a sticker. Here it says made in USA. The Wix has 8 inlet holes, metal core louvers, bypass valve down below, and it's got about 3 grooves for the threads, and a nitro rubber gasket which comes off a little easier. Also pretty thick. We'll compare the sizes after. Let's cut these two filters open and see what's inside. Be right back. Okay, here they are cut open. Let's get their weights. The Wix weighs 189 grams. The Indian weighs 200.4 grams. And let's look at these gaskets real quick. I measured them. They're just about identical. You can tell by looking at them. They're pretty much the same size. This side. Okay, base plates. The Wix weighs 81.7 grams. The Indian weighs 84.3 grams. Look at them up close. And you can see the Indian on the left has more threads than the Wix. Yeah, more grooves there. So let's look at the anti-drain back valves. Both nitro rubber. It goes on the Wix. They both cover the holes up nicely. Okay, here's where they get a little different. The Indian has this base end bypass valve. In case you guys, well, I'll show you this in a second how it works, but let's go to the filter elements first. Okay, the Wix weighs 54.1 grams. The Indian weighs 46.2 grams. There's quite a bit of difference between these two. But let's start off with this Indian. It's got the metal crimp seam right here. I counted 47 pleats, and they're kind of dirty. A lot of space right there. Metal end caps. Very small filter. And I couldn't find any information about this filter media. So what you see here is what you get. And on the Wix, the Wix has a metal crimp seam. and I counted 53 pleats. And the wicks has a enhanced cellulose media with a nominal micron rating of 21. Metal end caps, a little bit of excess glue here, but not too bad. Bypass valve right here, which has a setting of 11 to 14 psi. Okay, and inside the cans we got the wicks has a stamp leaf spring, which weighs 4.7 grams, and the Indian has coil spring, which weighs 6.5 grams. So there they are. In the cans, the wicks weighs 37.6 grams. The Indian oil filter can weighs 33.4 grams. Okay, let's get their thickness. I was getting 0.38 for the wicks. Yeah, 0.39, close enough. And the Indian oil filter is a little bit thicker. It's getting 0.43 right on there, yeah. Yeah, you can tell it's a little thicker. Okay. Now how this bypass valve, in case some of you might not know how this works, it's in your filter like that. And see, there's no bypass valve on the bottom here. So if the filter ever got clogged and it has to go into bypass mode, what would happen is your oil comes in through these inlet holes here, comes down through here, and if it couldn't go through the filter media itself, it would go into these little holes, which, as you can see, it's got like a diaphragm. It pushes it down. It's got a spring in there, and it would come out and come out here and go back into your engine. That well. Anyways, let's get the width on these filters. I'm gonna take this filter and measure it like this, 1.51, because there's a lot of space in there, and this filter needs a lot of help. So 1.51, and this one is 1.77 inches wide, quite a bit wider. I think it's pretty easy to tell which one's gonna have more filter media here. Well, I'll cut these two filter medias open and stretch them out and see what they look like. Be right back. Okay, and here they are stretched out, and the wicks filter media is 42.5 inches long, and the Indian filter media is 40.25 inches long. Okay, let's get the thickness on these filter medias. This is the Indian, 0.63 millimeters thick, and this is the wicks, quite a bit thicker, 0.95 millimeters thick. Let's look at them up close. You can see the thickness there. And the wicks is a little bit thicker. Actually, it's quite a bit thicker. Let's take a look at these guys under a microscope. So you can see that the Indian filter here is thinner. It's got a lot of light spots in it. I don't think it filters as good as the wicks. Wicks is thicker. I think it'd do a better job at filtering. And you got more filter media with the wicks also. Now let's look at the rest of the filter. So these guys are quite a bit different in a lot of ways here. You got, coil spring, stamp leaf spring. You got this base end bypass valve, which I like these bypass valves, but in a small filter like this, it really hurts on the filter media, It hurts on how much you actually have afterwards. The base plates, they're both pretty much the same. They almost look exactly the same. Holes. And both got louvers, just one's quite a bit bigger than the other one. So what do you guys think about these filters? And again, I want to thank Steven for sending me these oil filters. And I think I'll wrap this video up. And don't forget, Oil Filter Fridays. I open up a new automotive oil filter every Friday on this YouTube channel. So if you like this video, please hit that like button. Thanks for watching, and take care. The Indian oil filter media weighs 4 grams. The Wix filter media weighs 11.5 grams.